for the session. Be a 5-tool player. What do you know about Soroptimist? So, since I've taken on Solt for another 2 years, I'm going to be listening very carefully today for ideas, as you will be too. So today we have Maureen Mason. Maureen is with the Carson City Club, and she's the past SNR District Director, past and current SNR Region Secretary. 3 years ago, Maureen moved from a 50-acre ranch in California near the Oregon border all the way down to Carson City, and is thoroughly enjoying having neighbors other than the ones with 4 legs and not having to drive 20 minutes to get to town. Maureen served with the Peace Corps in Colombia, residing in the coffee-grown mountains, and managed not to drink a whole cup of coffee the whole time she was there.
Wow.
So accompanying her today as another speaker is Susan Horst. She's from SI Truckee Donner. She's the past SNR Federation Program Chair, past and current SNR District 5 Director. Along with her late husband Ford, Susan owned and operated a remote fishing village on Admiralty Island in Alaska. A lodge. Oh, fishing lodge, yes. She has had both right and left Achilles tendons surgically reattached from different sporting accidents. Once, even twice. Susan has 32 boxes of Christmas decorations in her garage.
Oh my goodness.
How's being in Truckee? You decorate for Christmas in the snow. Thank you very much for being here today.
Well, good morning, ladies.
Morning.
You may be wondering, just what exactly is a 5-tool player? And what does that have to do with Soroptimist? Well, in keeping with Governor Stacy's baseball theme, a 5-tool ball player can do everything well. This player can throw, run, field, hit for average, and hit for power. Just the kind of player you would want on your team. Well, as Soroptimists, our goal today is to give you the tools to equip you to be a 5-tool Soroptimist. One who can step up to the plate with confidence, can be effective in the field or in the dugout, and of course, cheers on the team. Acronyms. Acronyms. Every organization, whether commercial or non-commercial, uses acronyms and abbreviation as tools to expedite both written or verbal communication. Well, newcomers unfamiliar with these practices may feel as though they have been dropped into a place where everyone seems to be speaking a foreign language. Well, we as Soroptimists are no exception. Our business meetings and communications are full of acronyms and abbreviations. And we would like to take some of the mystery out of the alphabet soup that we use to communicate. And if you have been a member for less than 2 years, please raise your hand. Well, thank you for being here, and hopefully we will do some decoding for you.
Okay, we're going to start with SI. That's kind of our overarching layer. And we've been talking about Soroptimists around the world. And SI is Soroptimist International. And one thing we would recommend is whenever you're in your club meetings, say the whole word or whatever it stands for, whatever the acronym stands for, so that club members get used to hearing it's Soroptimist International. Then you can refer to it as SI. But it gets confusing, especially when you are a newer member. Or if you've been in clubs for a while, and they change things up, they come up with new names for things. So it's always great to start out knowing what the whole phrase is. So in Soroptimist International, it is around the world, we have about 66,000 club members in 120 clubs. And are advocating for human rights and gender equality is at the heart of Soroptimist International focus. And its advocacy work is done across 7 United Nations centers around the world, where representatives ensure that the voices of women and girls are heard. Our membership, our clubs, works on the grassroots projects that help women and girls achieve their individual and collective potential. They can realize their aspirations and have an equal voice in communities around the world.
So, this slide shows you the global perspective. And so our federations are represented by different dots. So everything with a red dot is from Soroptimist International Africa Federation, SIAF. Everything with a blue dot is from Soroptimist International Great Britain and Ireland. And of course its acronym is SIGBI. Now you might be wondering why the dots are so spread out. Well, this reflects back in history of the colonization of Great Britain around the world. Next is the orange, Soroptimist International of Europe, and the acronym, of course, is SIE. Green dots are Soroptimist International of Southeast Asia Pacific, and its acronym, SISEAP. And finally, you see yellow, Soroptimist International of the Americas, SIA, and of course, that is our federation.
Our federation, it's squeezed into this slide, but it's all of the Americas, North and South, and then it goes into the Pacific Rim, and it's Japan. It's a little hard to see on this map, but to the far left, as you look at it, it's the Japan area and the rest of the Pacific Asian countries. And while we often will hear our federation referred to as SIA, we're the original federation. And Soroptimist International of the Americas was established in 1921. And it is divided into 25 different regions. So the regions are the various colors that you see there. And if you're really interested, this is a whole list of all the regions. Most of the regions are currently in the United States because it was established here. Although Japan is growing hugely. And there we are. So we're part of the SIA Federation, and we have been around for coming up 50 years. Next year, it'll be our 50th year, so we'll be celebrating that. Now, Sierra Nevada region, also referred to as SNR, and I'll just tell you a little tidbit. When I was a new member, I was, she's laughing already. I was voted as a delegate to come to conference pretty early in my Soroptimist career. And so up to that point, you heard, SIA and at that time you heard COTR, which is this conference or this retreat now, and a lot of SNR. So I went to conference thinking I knew what I was going to. I didn't quite for a lot of reasons, but at conference, I realized that SNR was not S and R, it was SNR. So that's why it's helpful to actually say the phrase and not only use acronyms, because I was totally off. But anyway, this is the, yes.
Can I ask, can you go back to the previous slide? Because it says Sierra Pacific region, but then it says Sierra Nevada region.
Sierra Pacific is a different region.
I see.
These are all the regions in our federation.
I got you, thank you.
And yeah, sometimes the names are kind of close. So, but it is entirely different one.
So the Sierra Nevada region are all those South Pacific region, South Central region?
No. This is a list of all of the SIA, our federation
I see.
regions. Each of these, there are 25.
Okay,
She just highlighted ours.
I got it.
Just,
Thank you.
just so ours
Okay.
is, really important one.
So to be
Yes.
clear then, we have
Yes.
5 federations, is that right?
Correct.
And, may I ask, Sierra Pacific region, how old is that? Do you know? I don't mean to stump you, but I'm just curious. The Sierra Pacific region, or which is the oldest, I guess?
Founders.
Founders, okay, yes.
Founders of San Francisco, Hawaii, and Guam.
And there's been some restructuring of these, right?
Yes, and there has been restructuring of regions and
Right.
combining it as membership evolved. So, founders, because that's where the Soroptimist organization was founded in Oakland. So, okay, so this is our region, Sierra Nevada region, and the area it encompasses. So it's all of Nevada, which is a lot of land that doesn't have lots of clubs. And then Northern California, basically from Sacramento up to the Oregon border.
So what was the Sierra Pacific region?
Pardon?
What was the Sierra Pacific region?
It is a region still in our federation.
Where is it?
Oh, it's south in,
Oregon.
no, that's northwest.
Like the San Francisco area, right?
Oh.
Southern California. Because we don't have it in LA and San Diego,
That's right, we have
I think that'll hold a lot of the questions.
There's gonna be a test later, I think.
Yeah. Hey, it's news to me.
We should have left the test in. We took it out because we didn't think we'd have enough time.
Can you go back?
Go back.
Okay, one more, okay, that's right.
There you go.
There,
Oh, that now.
yeah.
See,
It's kind of purpley.
purple,
South of Founders,
Yeah.
south of Sierra Nevada, which is green.
and then to the north, you have your.
And this map is a little old because they've merged again, some of these area, and it's plains area now. And it shifts because membership shifts, clubs come and go, and they reorganize based on all of that.
Would there be a current one coming out, is it on the SIA website, or would it be coming on the new website next year, probably?
I haven't seen anything yet, but hopefully. Okay, so That's our entire area. And within the Sierra Nevada region, SNR, we have districts. So your club is part of a district. And we have 6 districts at this point in time. So District 1, most of the districts are usually between 8 and 10 clubs. Of course, things are always shifting, and that's not currently the situation. District 1 recently just lost SI Wairika after 65 years, which is unfortunate. But it's a little town, that's my prior club. So it was a little town and just really hard to keep up membership and as members aged and whatnot. We did have a very active member who was 101 years old.
Oh my God.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Do some of those members just merge to another club? Since
Well,
there's no boundary?
they could, if they wanted to. In the past, if you didn't have something physically close to you, you just weren't a Soroptimist anymore, but now you can. And Danielle Kennedy is a perfect example of that, because she lives in Southern California. So I won't go through all of these, but we have, each district has a variety of clubs, and you'll see that District 5, Susan's district, has the largest number of clubs. And District 6, which I'm a member of, has the smallest number of clubs right now. And this is because we just lost another club, unfortunately, disbanded Pine Valleys. And then we had Las Vegas Valley, a club of 4, decided that their members were going to, I think most of them went to Metropolitan Las Vegas. Oh, Greater, okay, thank you. So that kind of dropped us down, but membership chair is always working to look for additional opportunities for developing clubs, and they have a couple in the works a little bit, so hopefully we'll see additional progress there. Okay. Oh.
All right, ladies, you may be wondering, with so many clubs all over the globe, what ties us together as Soroptimists? We have unity through our shared vision and mission. And this is how so many clubs scattered over the globe can work effectively together, especially since each club has its own unique identity as its own nonprofit organization. Well, the answer lies in that everything we do as Soroptimists should point to our vision and our mission. Our vision is women and girls. Oops, I have to do this. Keep going. There we go. Our vision is that women and girls have the resources and opportunities to reach their full potential and live their dreams. And our mission? Our mission. Soroptimist is a global volunteer organization that provides women and girls with access to education and training that they need to achieve social and economic empowerment. And we should have that all incorporated into our elevator speech. And as we go around, even here at the Atlantis, I've had many opportunities to explain what Soroptimist is. You should know our mission.
So another thing that ties us together are our signature programs, which hopefully all clubs are participating in to some extent. Our signature programs are the DREAM programs, and that's how they're being branded now. And they include the Live Your Dream Awards, which is helping women transform their lives and live their dreams. and the Dream It Be It program, which is career support for girls. So for Live Your Dream, this program is our cornerstone program. And its focus is to assist women who are head of household to continue their education or vocational training to improve their economic and social status. And the award helps them pursue their educational goals, and it can be used to pay for their tuition, books, gas to help them get there, childcare, a variety of things that might help them assist their pursuit of educational goals. And very often, these women have overcome huge obstacles, such as domestic abuse and poverty. And what we have found over time is that many of these women who receive a Live Your Dream Award go into helping professions, such as becoming nurses, or educators, or lawyers, or social workers. And they seem to be driven to help others who face challenges the ways they face challenges and move beyond them. So our Live Your Dream award program really has a ripple effect because it continues through the work that our recipients may go on and do. Now, in club year 22-23, which is the last year that SIA has statistics out for, about 81% of our federation, our SIA clubs, participated in Soroptimist Cornerstone program. But what we've seen over the last several years is the number of women honored with an award continues to increase. And in this last time period, 2,174 women received a Live Your Dream Award. Another huge increase was the amount of funding awarded to these women. And over $2.9 million was funded to women during the 22-23 club year. Now for our region, Sierra Nevada region, we had about 98% participation. We have had 100% participation in the past, and we can do that again. So that's our goal. SIA does a survey of the recipients, and they have found that 86% of recipients completed their education after receiving this award. 86%. And just so you know, this will be online, so if you miss anything or numbers, you can access it. 74% of those who have completed their education secured higher paying employment. And 93% of recipients reported that the award increased their self-esteem. So it's a pretty impressive award program. And we all want to be participating in it. Now, this last year, our region decided that we were going to develop a region Live Your Dream Award. And I've included that in the information here. But it's really a grant program. So because some of our clubs are really small, giving $1,000, which is the minimum we'd like to see awarded to a recipient, that's where it starts making a real difference. It could be kind of hard. So we've developed this grant funding program that clubs can apply for funding for their Live Your Dream and match the funds or get their funds up to $1,000. We haven't actually awarded this yet. It's brand new, so it's something that's going to be happening hopefully this next year. And the awards vary by club. Some clubs are able to give multiple awards and various amounts of awards. Others just give one award if they're participating, which is great. Then their top recipient is sent to region. They all evaluate from all of the clubs that are participating. And then we have $3,000 recipients. There's usually 3 or 4 of those. And then we have our top recipient at region is $5,000. And that recipient is then sent to Federation, SIA, where they have the opportunity to win an additional $10,000. So it can really be a significant assistance to someone that's going back to school. And we have the member portal is where the vast majority of applications come to clubs. It's made it very easy to deal with the application process at the club level. You can still receive other applications through the mail or perhaps by email if someone doesn't have access to getting into the portal, and that's fine. But the vast majority are received through the portal, and that makes it really easy for your Live Your Dream chair at the club level.
I have a question on this.
Yes.
You said 98% participation for our region.
For our region.
Okay, so, besides clubs maybe not having the minimum thousand, what would, stop a club or prevent them from participating in it?
You might want to re-say that question because I don't know that.
The question was, what would hinder a club from participating in the Live Your Dream program? And it's usually the really small clubs that don't have members who are willing to take on the whole process of looking for applicants or getting into the portal. In some cases, they don't get applications, and our region is really good about sharing applications. For example, Carson City got 6 applications in the past year. We decided we could afford to give 2 awards, and then we shared with our 2 neighboring clubs that didn't have any applications come in to them directly. So it could be a variety of reasons. Hopefully, we're able to do more sharing so that the clubs that don't have applicants formally applying to them can also participate in the club. Any other questions on that? Thank you.
Our second signature dream program is Dream It, Be It, career support for girls. And I am particularly partial to this program. I happened to be in Vancouver 8 years ago when it was launched. And it's been exciting to see it take root and grow. So Dream It, Be It, Soroptimist, other education-based program that provides girls with the resources they need to reach their full potential and live their dreams. The purpose of Dream It, Be It, you will also hear the acronym is DB, even though we're trying to wean ourselves off of that. Okay, so in the 2022-2023 club year, oh, great, okay. So in that year, 19,114 girls participated in Dream It, Be It across our federation and in 15 countries. Talk about day-long, we do have, there are 7 modules, and in order to submit and be recognized as a legitimate Dream It, Be It program, you have to complete at least one of those modules in your program. there is a lovely project that was done in Sacramento. It was the mural project, and it's posted online, and it stirred my heart to see the influence of this program on the girls that participated. So, how many clubs are participating? Dream It Be It has helped more than 97,000 girls in secondary school pursue their education dreams since 2015. And the program assists girls, of course, who face obstacles such as poverty, teen pregnancy, and dating abuse. And girls really do benefit from role models, from goal-setting support, and they have tools then that they are given to help them personally overcome setbacks and give them ideas of their own career planning. It is a great program, and I encourage all clubs to participate. And you can start tiny, small, or incorporate it into some other youth activities. It's a great program.
And another little side note for Dream It Be It, if your club isn't ready to quite gear up and do something specific in your community, you can collaborate with another club that has a Dream It Be It program. And you can assist them with it, you can volunteer at their event or be a presenter at their event, or even just lend financial support so that they can be successful. And that counts as your club participating in Dream It Be It. So there's a lot of ways to have clubs participating in Dream It Be It. Okay, next, we have our recognition programs, because clubs and members work hard, do a lot of fabulous things, and we like to recognize what they're doing. It's also a great way to get good ideas to bring back to your own club. So this is all our recognition programs, and then at the bottom are the funding programs. So you can see there's quite a few of them there that we'd like to recognize our clubs for. So to start with, the Ruby Award. The Ruby Award, just a little history for you, it honors the first Federation president, Ruby Lee Minor, and it honors women who have worked to improve the lives of women and girls, either through their profession or through their volunteer activities. And they're recognized because they're making extraordinary differences in the lives of other women. So it might be a woman who has set up a domestic violence center, or it could be someone who has started a mentoring program for at-risk girls, or even a woman who has lobbied her company to provide on-site childcare. And the Ruby Award program gives the clubs a way to say thank you to these women who are outstanding in the community, who aren't Soroptimists, because we know Soroptimists are doing this. But it also encourages others to explore ways to assist women. And Soroptimists, of course, cannot participate in this particular program. The other recognition program there is Soroptimists Celebrating Success. And if you've been to conference, you've seen on Friday evening usually awards or certificates given out to recognize clubs that are doing wonderful things in each of our 4 pillars. And we're celebrating innovative or impactful projects in our region. And these are awards that are given out for what they have done in the past year. So they submit them, and there's a whole Celebrating Success team that takes a look at them and recognizes the clubs. These are great resources for all clubs to take a look at, who got an award in fundraising, for example. What was it that they were doing that was so successful or different or innovative that you can take back and tweak to fit your particular community? Or membership's another good one. What did someone do to get that many new members to come in and join them? Or retain that high a retention level? So these are always great to pay attention to at conference. Plus, it's kind of fun hearing what all the other clubs are doing. Yes, Felicia?
Outside of announcing at a conference and talking about it at a conference, is any of the award recipient programs posted on the website or anything like that where we could, after conference, look it up, or do we have to contact club directly to find out more information?
I don't believe anything other than a listing of who won the awards is ever posted to the website. It would be in the minutes, and you can, yes.
Could they maybe put it in the e-blast, the upcoming e-blast after that? Like a little write-up, so we have a record of it, we can look at it?
That would be, that's a really good suggestion for the Celebrating Success coordinator to say congratulations to these, here's
What they did.
basically what they did, and if you'd like to contact them directly, you can do that.
Link to their site, to the events.
Yes, yeah. So,
I know.
okay. Oh, yes.
So how many awards are given at our lab?
Well, they're in each of the 4 pillars, and there are 1, 2, 3. Sometimes there's honorary ones too, and sometimes there's ties. So, and sometimes there aren't enough applications to give 3, so it varies. So you're talking.
Done at the regional level.
It's done at region level at our conference in June.
Another region award that we hear about at our conference is the Evelyn Holland Recognition for Education in Soroptimism, our Solt. And of course, we heard from Sue Chambers last evening, who is our Solt coordinator. And okay, and she did a great job of explaining what she's looking for this coming year, instead of just one individual SOLT. And that stands for Soroptimist Orientation and Leadership Training. And Coordinator Sue is going to be looking for what happens over the course of the whole year, rather than just one individual SOLT experience. We also have the Blanche Edgar Award for Extension. So in 1961, SI Sacramento presented an award cup to the Southwestern region in honor of Blanche Edgar, past governor and Federation officer, for having organized 103 clubs in the region and other parts of SIA. And this award is administered by our region treasurer and awarded at conference to a club for their performance in extension, including membership growth and retention. Honorable mention certificates may be distributed. And the calculation is made based on the percentage of retention of members from the previous year and the percentage of new members as of July 1st. And the new member count is as of March 31st. And Treasurer Evie found the old trophy itself, and she's having it buffed up, and you will see it at next conference. All right, we have yet another group of awards, and these are our 5-store awards, and this social media star, the newsletter star, the website star, and innovation star. Well, that's only 4, but if you do an application in each, you are eligible for the 5-star. So, and these awards encourage clubs to use publicity and social media to help create effective public relations for Soroptimists in their communities and within the region. And clubs are recognized for their creative use of the media and or advertising in each area, with an overall award for the club demonstrating outstanding effort in each category, and applications are due to the region April 1st. Unmute.
So there are a lot of different programs that our organization works with. And how do you get started working on them? Sometimes your club doesn't have a lot of funding to initiate some of these programs. So there are a couple of funding programs available to clubs. The club grants for women and girls is a federation level program from SIA. You can apply annually, and they look at every application from the various clubs within the federation. So it's really competitive because there are over 1,200 clubs in our federation. So you're just one of many, but it's worthwhile applying because we certainly have had clubs receive funding, and it can help get you started on a project. And you can use it even for starting a Live Your Dream program if you're not involved in that yet. It cannot be the cash amount you're giving to a recipient, but it can help you start the program. Or any other program that you're working on that support education of women and girls. Because that is such a competitive process, the SIA program, the region decided that they would establish the endowment grants program, and that is only for our region. We have 2 funding periods, September 15th and April 1st, and this is much less competitive because it's only our 48 clubs, or 46 clubs right now, that may be competing for it. It's usually $1,000 or up to $1,000 that's granted for any program. And if you have, it's a hands-on activity by your club members, it's benefiting women or girls by improving their social economic status. It demonstrates a need in your community. It strengthens the recognition of Soroptimist as a presence in your community, and you have measurable outcomes. And it benefits women and girls in the Sierra Nevada region, so it's very specific. But both of these are great funding programs, and I would encourage clubs to take a look at them to see if that's something that they can utilize to get started on a program.
Would it be possible, could you tell us some examples of the SNR region award on the previous slide?
Oh,
Is it new or?
no, it's been around for quite a while now.
I knew, so forgive me.
It's okay. They've been used to start a Dream It Be a program, a Live Your Dream program. They have used it to fund special activities in their community, to assist. I think we had one from South Lake Tahoe that got funding, assistance with their baseball park.
That was her.
Yes. So, I mean,
I'm just testing to see if you remembered that.
was I paying attention? So it's a wide variety. It's really anything that you're doing in your community
years ago, Soroptimist International of the Americas, our federation, announced its 2021-2031 big goal, and you all should know this, to invest in the dreams of 500,000 women and girls. And so how does SIA measure its progress toward this goal? Well, one way is through reporting through our signature dream programs. You know, we just talked about Live Your Dream and Dream It Be It, and both of these have reporting vehicles in place. However, clubs for years said, we did our own programs which impacted the lives of women and girls outside of the dream programs that should be acknowledged. Well, SIA listened and established big goal accelerator projects, which quite literally accelerate us toward that big goal. Now, club and region work that increases access to education for women and girls facing obstacles and leads to economic empowerment will count toward our big goal. Now, again, this is in addition to the Live Your Dream and Dream It Be It program. To jumpstart the program, we had a campaign which has ended. It was a 2-year campaign, and it raised the financial resources needed to literally jumpstart the program into our big goal. So, it's important to note that not all club and region projects will count unless they meet certain criteria for eligibility. And here are the criteria. First of all, number 1, it must work only for women and girls who are facing obstacles. Well, you go, well, what's an obstacle? Well, some examples of obstacles might be poverty, racism, teen pregnancy, being a foster care youth, trafficking, single parenting, substance abuse. These are just examples of what is truly an obstacle in the way of a woman or girl getting their education. Number 2, the right focus. This has to be, number 2 is it has to be leading toward education. So it must increase, your project must increase and provide access to formal education with the goal, ultimately, lead to economic empowerment. And thirdly, these are the big 3, it must be a Soroptimist-led project. You can't just give money to somebody else, some other organization to do the project. You must have some hands-on involvement. And then, of course, you can't double dip. You can't count a girl who's also received one of our funding in one of our other dream programs. And lastly, you have to report to SIA. So this is just a summary slide that shows the programs which count toward our big goal to invest in the dreams of 500,000 women and girls by 2031. So you have your dream programs, Live Your Dream, your big goal, your Dream It Be It, our signature programs, and over here you have the big goal accelerator projects. In talking with people in the know about the numbers, Live Your Dream is a fairly consistent number all the time. Dream It Be It, however, has potential of exploding on the number of girls that we reach. So does Big Goal Accelerator projects. So we are currently behind on our goal, but we can catch up by increasing the number of projects we have that qualify for Big Goal and the number of programs we have in Dream It Be It. And I encourage you to do that.
Can I ask you, are the notes that the things that you're mentioning, are they in the notes of the slide deck? The things you're
not
reading?
yet, not yet.
But when we get it, it will be.
Yes.
We can add them.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So you may be wondering, I love this slide. Why do we continue to emphasize education? Well, number one, our focus is on education because educated women and girls are less vulnerable to sex traffickers. It's not working. Okay. Educated women and girls are more likely to leave a domestic violence situation and not return. Educated women and girls are able to access health care. Educated women and girls are less likely to live in poverty. Educated women and girls are able to raise stronger, healthier families. And educated women and girls are women at their best, working to help other women to be their best. Within our federation, women and girls face complex physical, cultural, and financial barriers to education. Yet we know that educating women and girls has a tremendously positive impact on the world. And global agencies agree that a quality education serves as a great catalyst for women and girls. When educated, they earn higher salaries, raise healthier families, and can even boost their country's economics and contribute. The gross national product increases, and it's a very positive thing. And so that is why our focus will continue to be on education.
Okay, so where do you find out about all these things? You come to SDR, and things change, so it's really good to come every year or so. But you can also go to conventions, conferences, and district meetings. So our Soroptimist International has a convention once every 4 years. The last one was in Dublin, and I understand they're still deciding exactly where the next one will be. There's been a change in how they're going to do it. Soroptimist International of the Americas has a convention every 2 years. So many of us were just up in Bellevue, Washington. The next convention for SIA is going to be in South Korea. So we get around quite a bit because we have a very interesting federation spread across the world. Then our Soroptimist International of Sierra Nevada region is annually, and now it is in June. And then we have our Soroptimist Development Retreat, also annually, which is this weekend in August. And in between that, the Sierra Nevada region has district meetings. And there are 2 meetings. There's a fall district meeting, usually September, October. That's the official business meeting for the particular district. And you get all the updates from your federation chairs and your governor and governor-elect. And then they also have the Winter Leadership Summit, which is open to everyone. It used to be a President's Roundtable, now it's open to everyone. That's February, March timeframe generally. So there are a lot of different meetings you can attend to gather information about Soroptimist and our region.
Last evening, you heard from each of the Federation chairs from each of the 4 pillar areas. And once again, these are programs, membership, public awareness, and fundraising. And I would just like to take one aside. This is an organization structure that is suggested by Soroptimist International of the Americas. As your own independent clubs, if you wish to organize in a different fashion, that is okay. But this is found to be very effective, and of course it corresponds then with our Celebrating Success Awards and so on. But again, it is a structure for organization adopted by Soroptimist International of Americas, and hopefully your club, most of our clubs are following that organization. So, a few other tidbits. We already talked about SOLT, our Soroptimist Orientation and Leadership Training. That's what that acronym stands for. There's questions oftentimes, especially for newer members, where do you put any pins that you accumulate? Your name badge is on your right-hand side because you usually shake hands with an individual with your right hand, and they can look right up your arm and see your name. Your membership pin should go on your left side, roughly above your heart, and nothing should be placed above a membership pin. So that should be the top thing. You'll start accumulating other pins. How to address officers and directors? It's by their title, their position. So it's Governor Stacy or Governor-elect Kathy or Coordinator Sue or whomever you're speaking with. And as you saw during the retreat here, first time our governor is introduced, everyone rises, and that is also happens at district meetings or other conferences or what have you. Using the correct terminology. Susan already mentioned it a little bit, but using the terminology correctly, making sure that you're informing club members what SNR stands for, not trying to get away from saying DIBI instead, doing it be it. So you can still use DIBI as an abbreviation, but DIBI sort of caught on, and we're trying to get away from that. So just use the terminology, knowing what the terminology is, hopefully giving you a lot of information about that. And then as far as introductions, that is personally, a lot of times in clubs you'll go around, especially when you have newer members or guests, and it's your name, what club you belong to, perhaps how many years you've been a Soroptimist, and your profession. Because a lot of times there's a lot of people and you don't want to give your whole history. So that's just other protocol highlights. Okay, the hour is just about come to an end. And so in conclusion, ladies, from our funding programs, which enable clubs to implement Live Your Dream, and Be It, and other projects that change the lives of women and girls, to recognition programs and awards that celebrate women helping women in clubs' best practices, and educate and empower women and girls to improve their economic and social status. These SIA and SNR programs work together to make a difference. And we together, through these programs, ladies, work to have a larger impact in the lives of women and girls. And I think your toolkit is full.
Thank you.